Sebastok. I'm a space singer-songwriter, music producer. I react to music, I make music, and today I'm taking you to a vulnerable place. I'm reacting to Chinchilla 1 to 5 live. If you like this video on my face, you can always support me with a good old like, a subscribe, a super thanks, or listening to my latest new song, Easy Weekday Night, on Bandcamp for a donation of your choice. I also got to buy me a coffee page. I'm doing this full time and all support is much appreciated and used to create educating, entertaining, and encouraging content for you guys. All links down below. Thank you. So ever since I reacted to Chinchilla's Fingers live on Hunger TV, I've been studying that song note by note and technique by technique, and I feel liberated. I've been training in singing since I was 14 years old, but I always studied classical technique, and partially because of that, I always thought that my voice can only sound in just particular ways, and I don't have a lot of room to experiment with different colors and tones and techniques. Well, it's not the case anymore. I hope I can show you the fruits of my labor pretty soon, but right now I am super excited to listen to 1 to 5 from Chinchilla, the live version, of course. Let's get to it.
I wish that I could say I can only do with so much rejection, but that implies I'm gonna leave and I'm too weak, yeah, I'm too weak now. I'm hopelessly addicted to the breadcrumbs of your affection. When you send one less kiss than me, it's all I read, it's all I read now.
I'm still in love with the tone of her voice, but also now I am just becoming aware of all the small little details that she adds to the color of her. I didn't say that. I captured it.
What's the matter with you?
And now I'm going to put it down and it's going to stay there. One of the things I learned about in recent days is vocal cries or vocal fry. That little growly sound, or shall I say a little grit, that is added to sometimes the beginning of a word makes the sound more raw and more honest to us. And she is the master of it. There's another thing she does, which I haven't been able to really quite pinpoint, making her voice sound wider. And it has a deeper, more mannish kind of timbre to it, but it's not a retracted tone, which Christina Aguilera does, holding her voice back to express the vulnerability. It's intentional, and partially, of course, it is working for her as the result of her vocal training and by mimicking other singers like Christina Aguilera, Shakira, and they are also quite agile. They can move their voice quickly and accurately, resulting in very enjoyable riffs. But I am getting away. Let's listen to those little vocal cries in the beginning of words just again.
But that implies I'm gonna leave and I'm too weak, yeah, I'm too weak now. I'm hopelessly addicted to the breadcrumbs of your affection. When you send one less kiss than me, it's all I read, it's all I read now.
What she did with the line, I'm hopelessly addicted to the breadcrumbs of your affection, is that she started it small and quiet, and by the end of the line, she opened it up. She almost started belting, but not very high, to emphasize the feeling. Technically, it's a great way to express emotion.
You send one less kiss than me, it's all I read, it's all I read now. I say I love you, but you only reply 1 out of 5 times. Like I love you, but I hate you, it's such a fucking fine line. Are you doing it to spite me, oh? Couldn't you say it a little more? Do you really only love sometimes at a ratio of 1 to 5?
Such strong, beautiful, clear belting combined with a tiny hint of vocal fries. We can literally hear her heart breaking, and that's why this technique belting is so strong, because it does sound like a cry. I can totally go with loving and hating someone at the same time. It's the hot and cold thing that is the most familiar to some people who have anxious attachment styles, so they are attracted to it, but it gives you the most pain.
Are you doing it to spite me, oh? Couldn't you say it a little more? Do you really only love sometimes at a ratio of 1 to 5? Is the person I've been fighting for emotionally unavailable? What have we been so divided by? Love me once, I love you back 5 times.
Isn't this amazing? We only hear a couple of chords from the background and her voice and some harmonizing to emphasize certain lines penned to the sides of the mix, and yet it has such a swing to it that it makes you move. She's wearing a headpiece that is a reminiscence of a fly, and I read that this song was part of her album called Fly Trap. I read an article about this song particularly, and the reason why she chose this quite memorable headpiece is to create a picture of true vulnerability as you are trapped in a fly trap. I like that she went for it and really embodied her art and what she wants to say.
I don't know how to keep to my own bare minimum boundaries. I hope you never see the truth that I would move no more for you now.
When she is on her chest voice, she also gives it a color. This compressed breathiness keeps it soothing, which is a beautiful contrast to the rasp and occasional growls that she makes on certain vowels, mostly on the beginning of words.
So I cling onto the secret while you dance in circles around me.
Aww.
We both know I won't make you choose, in case you do, in case I lose now. I say I love you, but you only reply 1 out of 5 times. Like I love you, but I hate you, it's such a fucking fine line.
That growl, so well placed. I love it. Also, she was kneeling. I didn't realize that. And now they chose to show that in the middle of the video. I can see her thinking, okay, I want to be in this vulnerable state, and if I put myself into this position physically, that will incite something in me, and that will put me in the right place emotionally so that I can really embody the feeling and project it to the listener and the watcher.
I say I love you, but you only reply 1 out of 5 times. Like I love you, but I hate you, it's such a fucking fine line. Are you doing it to spite me, oh? Couldn't you say it a little more? Do you really only love sometimes at a ratio of 1 to 5?
I really love the choice of putting the backup singers and the piano player into white so they merge into the background. And not because now we are more focused on her, and her figure, it makes her look smaller in this white space.
Do you really only love sometimes? At a ratio of 1 to 5 is the person I've been fighting for, emotionally unavailable. What have we been so divided by? Love me once, I love you back 5 times.
Oh, that's all too familiar to me. Love me once and I love you back 5 times. It's such a trap. It is so difficult to unlearn that kind of pattern and replace it with something healthier. And the most difficult about it is that it has to come from inside. No one else can really help you. They can support you in your journey, but you have to be the driving force of that change. And you have to be really, really open to new kind of experiences. I just adore how she jumps back and forth from belting to this wide chest voice, sometimes almost sounding like a bass guitar. Maybe I heard people sing like that in reggae, I think. I am not sure. I've been thinking about that for a long time because I researched all kinds of vocal techniques that she's using. But for this particular thing, I didn't find a name and I want to pinpoint it a little bit. Or I will let it go and realize that that's just a tone of her voice.
What have we been so divided by? Love me once, I love you back 5 times. So say I love you.
Oh, so beautiful.
So say I love you. So say I love you. Do you really only love sometimes? Oh.
The clear head voice broken up with little staccatos of cries. That really does it.
So say I love you.
Little vibrato
So
in the
say I love you. Do you really only love sometimes? Oh. So say I love you. Say I love you. Oh. Say I love you. Do you really only love sometimes? Sometimes I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. So say I.
Oh my god, I am slapped in the face and I am smashed on a windscreen. Oh, I got chills. I got chills, man. God damn it. I know she could belt, but that was amazing. The direction, A+, by like gradually opening up the scene into this wide shot where the strings, I didn't expect them, even though I heard them when I was looking for the beginning part of Say I Love You. And then this blinking, how is that connected? But it must be something about...
The EP concept is fly trap. It's an analogy that my mum tells about people being attracted to someone who's free and flying like a fly and wanting to possess and control them and contain them, squeezing them so tightly in their grasp that when they open their fists, they're sort of broken and they can't fly anymore. And they're like, why aren't you flying? Why aren't you free anymore? I'm not interested anymore.
We got a close-up for the most heartbreaking parts. She looks smaller and smaller as the shot widens, but then when it is the widest of sounds, I'm out of words.
Really only love sometimes. Oh, so say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes, say I love you, say I love you. Oh, say yes, say yes. Oh, say I love you. Do you really only love sometimes? Sometimes I'm sorry.
That grit in that belt, oh my god, it's beautiful, and it stabs me in the heart.
I'm sorry. So say I love you. Do you really only love sometimes?
I like it when it's a little bit dirty at the end. It makes it all so much more emotional. That's what we're here for, the emotions. I want to learn this too! And not only because it is technically liberating, but it is also so nice to express these emotions with your voice. I don't know if you've ever felt like you did something and it made you feel like you're alive. For me, that is singing in front of people and making music. How much control she has, oh my god. In these riffs, there are staccato stops like, say hi, say hi. And these are very subtle, adding to the texture. They also kept this unperfect last couple of notes. This very shaky auto-tune vibrato. I'm in love with that. My eyes are just opening up to endless possibilities, and that excites me to cloud nine. Check out my other Chinchilla reaction, also the breakdown of Buddhist philosophy behind Brent's song Masochist. I'll love you and I'll see you in the next one. What's supposed to be the problem, sir? Come in. You're very welcome. You want to be petted? You want scratches? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. She loves scratches. She loves it. Sorry, you know how to do. Listen to my song on Bandcamp.
Have a drink with me on a weekday night.